parts of the country, in fact, in most other parts of the country, folks don't even know what a co-op is and they don't need to. But here, co-ops make up 2/3 of the inventory and are often priced at a much more entry-level point than condos. However, that comes with some strings attached. When you are buying a co-op, you're technically not buying real estate, but buying shares in a corporation that owns the building. That means that the board can dictate who buys, how, and set all kinds of rules and financial hurdles to jump through. When we first meet with buyers here, the first thing that I do is go into a deep dive on what co-ops are and whether it's a right product for that particular buyer. And that can have the greatest impact in shaping someone's search. While New York City moves fast in almost all respects, real estate is the exception. Here, going from finding a property to actually closing on the home can take at least 4 to 5 weeks to months. In other places where there's a strict escrow period, whether it's 15, 20, 30 days, we don't have such deadlines here, and deals take as long as they take. Even for the fastest deals, we haven't seen anything close in less than 4 weeks. Where there's financing involved, building applications, particularly co-op board applications that require an interview, the process can take 4 to 5 months easily. So at the onset, we always prepare our buyers to have patience and an appetite for a bit of uncertainty surrounding timeframe. Unlike in many other places where good faith money accompanies an offer, here there's no good faith money. There's nothing to stop someone from going around and making offers willy-nilly. Well, except you shouldn't do that. But so that means that once you make an offer, those terms are really only good for as long as you would like them to be good. Similarly, when a seller accepts an offer, that is also not binding. They could change their mind the next day or take a higher offer after they've committed to you. The only thing an accepted offer does is it triggers the due diligence and contract negotiations between the attorneys, which takes about 1 to 2 weeks. At the end of that, once you've signed the contract and paid the 10% deposit, you can finally take a deep breath knowing that you've completed the first step and there's a binding commitment between the parties. Almost all of our showings are either by appointment or during set open house times. When my husband and I were looking for a place upstate, I was amazed and so jealous that our buyer's agent was able to just pop us around and get into whatever house she wanted with the lockbox. Here, because most of our properties are either owner or tenant occupied, the listing agents have to make sure that people are going to be gone during that window of time, and they need to come in, let us in, and give us a tour of the property. Even for open houses, there's often hoops to jump through with the buildings, some of which may not even allow public open houses. Our contracts don't usually contain an inspection contingency, and that's because the diligence here is front-loaded. So after you have an accepted offer, you will conduct all building due diligence, and if you would like an inspection, that's when that takes place. So by the time the contract is finalized, all of those hurdles are out of the way and you're signing a pretty clean contract with much less uncertainty.